We want to ask CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg about this morning, and Peter joins us. Hello, Peter, and welcome.
Good morning, Gail. You know, this has been going on for quite some time with the travel industry lobbying two previous administrations and now the Obama administration, because travel and tourism is America's largest services export industry. It creates about 14 million jobs. But the real problem is what's been going on in the last 10 years. And let me give you some sobering figures. In 2000, the United States actually enjoyed 17% of the long-haul travel market. That means they came here. By 2010, that had dropped to 12.4%. That means we lost 78 million visitors, over $600 billion in spending, $37 billion in new tax revenue, and most importantly, perhaps, over 467,000 jobs. So this is a significant policy statement that's going to happen today.
So I'm thinking anybody who's tried to get a visa recently knows what a pain in the bottom that could be. So I'm thinking anything that eases the travel restrictions and makes it easier for you to get a visa is going to be good news for the U.S. economy in a very big way.
Very big way, because the wait time for foreign visitors to come to the United States for some visa applications can be months.
Yes.
We don't have enough consular officers in our consulates overseas, and basically people are just giving up. They're saying, if I want to come to the United States and do business or just visit here, and I have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get a visa, why go through it? We have the reputation, unfortunately, of being unwelcoming and inhospitable, and those numbers reflect that.
So, Peter, now that there is this change, you mentioned it had been brought up before. Why now, though, were they able to push this through? Is it simply about jobs, or is there less concern over things like, say, national security?
Well, you know, there's always those national security restrictions and concerns, but the bottom line here is M-O-N-E-Y. The bottom line is we have lost out, and the problem is when that money's going somewhere else, it's also brain power and business, and there's some long-term implications there. If we can make the visa application process easier without restricting our national security concerns, guess what? We all win.
How much does this speed up that visa process for people?
It all depends on how many consular affairs officers we put back in the embassies and what we do when people get to the United States, how we staff those security lines with customs and immigration. But it can actually make it as little as a week to 10 days now. That's the goal, to let people have an answer about their visa in a reasonable amount of time.
I noticed, Peter, a minute ago you said we have the reputation of being unwelcoming and inhospitable. Who are you referring to? They haven't been here to Studio 57. Who are you talking about, Mr. Greenberg?
Maybe I need a visa to come there.
Yes. And who is going to benefit the most? Is there a section of the country that you think will benefit the most from these changes? Well,
if you take a look at those 14 million jobs we're talking about that travel and tourism actually creates, there's so many indirect jobs that are not even part of that number that everybody will benefit, because when you take a look at the average Chinese tourist in this country, for their stay, they're spending an average of $6,000 to $7,000 per visit. Add up those numbers, it's quite significant.
All right, Peter Greenberg, thank you for joining us this morning, Peter. Always good to see you. Thanks.
You got it, Gail.